Yes. Welcome to Ropes Podcast, and in the house today we got the super beautiful Tinabee. And Tinabee, you learn to walk the straight and narrow, and you're coming from one of the rough area of Kingston, Cassava Peace, and you make it out, just like my father. You make it out, and you came to England 1999.
That's right.
Come to Shepherd Bush.
Yes.
One of the heart of the black community.
Yes.
Right? So, Tina, before I let you on, I'm just gonna ask you to introduce yourself to us. Who is Tinabee?
Tinabee is Tina All. My born as Tina All of Jamaica. Obviously my parents came to the UK when I was 9. So pretty much don't really know much about Jamaica like that, because I obviously grew up here, did all my schooling and everything here. I'm a mom of 4. I do dance and music, obviously that's the reason why I was sitting here. And I'm quite talented in a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff.
So apart from dancehall music, what else you're talented in?
Baking cakes, so I can bake any kind of cakes that you want, like a shoes, a handbag, a car, football. What kind of cake you want, I can make that. I also do I have other little businesses that I do, like my body cream business, hair business.
You say body cream, which one? The one that changed the color, or the
yes, the skin glow. So the skin glow, we don't want to call it that. The skin glow. We want to, put a little respect on the people and skin. So the skin glow business. So yeah. Okay. So you find the student alright? Was the traffic any good? The traffic was terrible for us to get here. It took forever. Obviously we live a far distance from here, but find it.
Don't worry, you make it in one piece. And you persuade the director to make you stay and do the interview and everything. And so you see when you're good looking, you can get things done. Okay. So Tina, welcome to Rose Podcast again for Dancehall Reasoning.
Thank you.
This is where we talk about everything and everything, right? This is where we say level up, build back our community. So welcome again to Rose Podcast, and hope you have beautiful success going forward.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Tinabee, your government name is Tina All.
Yeah.
Right? And you came to London in 1999, right? So you don't really know much about Jamaica and the struggle. So you sing a song about struggle.
Yeah, because so my born in Jamaica obviously. So as a child up until the age of 9, I went to school here. So we played dandy shandy. That's something where we do for pastime in the evening. So after school we come home in the lane, because we live in a lane. So we play dandy shandy. Some of the boys then play cricket, some are play marble. So that's something that we did. So the song itself spoke about the things that I did up until I was 9. So obviously up until I was 9, even after past 9, we still had a bit of struggle.
Even though you come from Cassava Peace, it's supposed to be a rough community. But you didn't really see no struggle. At 9, you were getting everything from England coming down to you.
Not really, because you know what? So when I was born, my parents never had, my whole family, we never had much. So I never had like a cot or a crib, them call it in Jamaica. So my dad got for me was a box. So I slept in a box as a baby, and a lot of the time, my peep up the nappy and them something, because it was cloth nappy. And my roll out tight, after a while there's only so much the box can take. So I never had that luxury life. We live in a board house, and my mother, I never lived with my mother, but my father never had it to give me. He just gave us what he could afford or what he can have, And so it's all of that is the struggle, what I talk about in my song. So, as a child, we never had PlayStation, we never had Xbox and all these things that the nowadays generation have. So our ways of playing and interacting as a family and as friends, and me and my little friends were to play dandy shandy and bembe and elastic and them look something there. Them look something that we used to do as a child before I came here.
Okay, so what is the struggle like in the UK when you came to the UK and as a teen, because you come here as a 9-year-old child,
yes.
so everything was new to you. And so what was the struggle like for you?
The struggle for me wasn't so, it was terrible, because obviously we come here, we never have no stay. You know, so it was like, enough of we live in a one room. Like the family that was here, we all live in one room. So most of we sleep on the ground. We put bunk bed in there, so we set here, but they sleep in a one room. And you know,
how much people was that in that one room?
So at one time it was like my auntie.
That's two.
Yeah.
Your auntie.
Joanna. There was Gishan in the room. There's Wala, Boozy, Chantal.
In one room.
Yeah, and then Faba was in the room as well. So at one point,
there must be a massive room.
Yeah, no, it wasn't normal room. I just said sometimes we take it in a shift for sleep if I set up to go, you know. So
in Shepherd Bush.
Yes, so we just rent that little one room from I don't want to call him a junkie, but you know that was the thing at the time, because we never have council house or stuff like that. So we just rent a little one room and we all just live in the room. And for us, that was better life than what we were coming from in Jamaica, you know. So we made it work. You know what I'm saying? So that all of that, we made it work, and we definitely made it work to where we are now.
Okay, so you got 4 kids now.
Yes.
So the struggle is over.
Of course.
Life much sweeter now.
Of course.
Honey, you start to drink the honey now.
The honey is near. The honey is near.
Okay, so tell me about your schooling in England and.
Right. So I went to primary school in Shepherd's Bush. I also went to secondary school just around the corner from Shepherd's Bush in White City. I pretty much grew up there, so that side of West London is, well, I'm just from Everton, so West London is my place. So I did all my schooling there. I studied drama and media studies in secondary school because, you know, I'm just a little, I'm good at acting. So you guys will see this in my music video that's coming out.
You're not acting now?
No, I'm not acting, I'm just me. We're relaxed, I'm relaxed right here. But I always love to act, sing and dance, and that's something that I specialize in. That's just me. It comes natural to me, you know.
Okay, so where the singing coming from? Your daddy or your mommy?
I've never heard my mom sing, so I don't know. And to be honest, I don't really know much about my mom, so I couldn't say if it come from her. But my father, even up to now, we just came in, you saw him sitting there, he was singing my song, and yeah, him love that.
Your father is the biggest fan. that is good. So growing up, who were some of your influence
in music?
In music.
You know what? As a child growing up, as a teenager growing up, I used to love listening to Sizzla Kalonji. Even now, I love a Sizzla. I love Sizzla music. I used to love Lady Saw as well. I just love listening to those two artists. But at the same time, I used to love listening to Grace Triller. I love my little gospel music. Love it.
Okay, all right. The song you're running with now is called Struggle. And it was released by AOC Record.
Yes.
Okay, is that a British label?
Yes. So he is based here in the UK. Obviously they're Jamaican, but yeah, based here in the UK.
Okay. How would you define music?
To be honest, just on that topic, to be honest, AOC is kind of me.
Is it? So you're production? So
it's not really my product. Well, yes and no, because the AOC is actually my baby father. It's my children's father. That's who it is. So the label is him, but obviously I'm a part of the label. And so when the work is being done, I have him put in to say, okay, I want it to sound like this, or no, I want it like that, or you know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. How would you describe music as it relates to your personal struggle you encounter?
You know what? The struggles that I personally felt going through is like, because I'm based here in the UK, and you're doing dancehall music, so you want to like, you know, kind of boss out in Jamaica as well. So you try to link up some producers there, and the first thing they're gonna tell you is, yeah man, send me £2,000 or send me $1 million and all these kind of things. And really and truly, when you send them the money and you record on the rhythm, they're not even gonna push it. So you just waste your money and your time doing all of that. But it's just the scamming that comes behind that as well, you know.
Okay. All right. In your song, you mentioned playing marble and dandy shandy. Do you see this as an important ingredient in socializing and lacking today?
Yes, because every time I go back to Jamaica, I don't really see that much. It doesn't. The kids nowadays, just everyone's on tablet or they're playing some sort of game, but that fun that we used to have as a child, where we just felt free, we felt safe, and we can actually do these little things. Like, I don't see that anymore. Not to say it doesn't happen anymore, but you don't get that much anymore.
Okay, so it's a massive impact on the youth them of today.
Yes, definitely.
So
their mentality is somewhere else.
Okay, there's a saying, I am not looking back because I'm not going that way. How do you see yourself in this scenario?
I'm not looking back?
You're not looking back, I'm not going that way.
I don't know, because I've never actually said to myself I'm not going back. Because to say I'm not going back is like to say I'm not happy with my struggle. Because I am happy with my struggle. My struggle is what made me who I am today. So.
But would you want to go back to your struggle?
Would I want to go back to the struggle? No, but there's some part of the struggles that was also fun and good. So the marble and the dandy chandelier part, that struggle was good. And the fact that while we were struggling as a family, we were all united together. But now the struggle is over, we will burst apart. So there are some part of the struggle that was good. And yeah, I don't regret some part of the struggle.
Okay, Tina, how much do you understand the business aspect of the music?
Good question. So this is something that I talk about in every interview that I have. I persuade and I talk about it, I preach on it, that everybody that's in the music should actually learn and try to focus on the business side. I understand it very well because I've studied business management. So I know about it. I know the fact that when you're in this field, people will try to rob you and scam you in every kind of way. And so yeah,
Hey guys, welcome back to Ropes' podcast. You're here with your girl, Kaden Paris, also known as Virtuous Go Getter. Stay true, stay locked, and remember, generational wealth. Mwah.
Okay. Yeah, welcome back. The beautiful, gorgeous Tinabee, right? Okay, as we were speaking before the break, we asked how much you understand the business aspect of the music, and you were saying.
So the business side of the music is something that I always try to tell people that they should try and learn to understand, because obviously how artists from back in the 80s and the 70s, etc., how they did a lot of touring, a lot of shows, but then end up with nothing at the end of it. That's because they didn't understand the business side of it. And for me, in the music now, yes, I have a management team, but I'm very smart in what I do. And at the same time, I understand it very well because I study business management. So I try to make sure that I am fully aware of what's going on. And for me to do anything or something, all the documents has to come through me as well. So as much as I have a manager who will oversee certain things, I have to be involved in that too.
Okay, so what's your creative process like, creating songs?
So when songs are being created, what we do is, AUC taught me this. So basically what we did was, normally the beat will play, it's just feeding the energy, vibing with what comes up. So sometimes they might say, the rhythm's called Morning Angel or something, but it's what comes to my mind. So it sometimes might stray away from the Morning Angel, but it's what you're feeling, And it's a freestyle. Most of the time when the songs have been written, it's a freestyle. You just go with what your mind's telling you, what the body's feeling at the time.
Okay. Can I put you on the spot?
Not really.
What are you feeling right now? While you're sitting in the studio, what are you feeling right now?
I'll say how I feel right now. I'm a bit exhausted from the long journey that we just had to get here. The journey was exhausting.
Okay.
Mentally.
Give me 5 bars, or 2 bars from that struggle right now.
I'm not good at freestyling.
Let me hear the vocal. Let me hear the voice sound. Raw
When I
vibe.
struggle this one. I don't know, I'm not good at freestyling and I don't like to sound like rubbish. I'm too much of a perfectionist.
Okay, I understand. Okay, if you could open a show for any artist, who would it be, and why?
You know what? I'll open a show for maybe Dexter Dubs. And reason
See, or
being,
something that.
yeah, Dexter Dubs, he's got energy, he's a performer, and his show always sell out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd open a show for Dexter Dubs.
Okay. Let's set up no. Okay. How would you describe your music?
My music, I'll say my music is very versatile. So it's kind of weird because at the moment I now have like a lot of conscious tune coming out. So, you know, people are like, oh, she's a conscious artist. But I say, no, I'm not a conscious artist and I'm not a dancehall artist. I'm just an artist that goes with the flow and the energy that I feel. So I'm just like in the middle of a conscious and a dancer. I sit right in the middle, and it just means that I can do and jump on anything that's thrown at me.
So in struggle, which direction does struggle?
Struggles, I'd say struggles in the middle, because struggles talking about a reality thing, but it's not nothing skin out and dirty or anything like that. But it also has a dancehall feeling.
Okay. How do you sustain family life while committed to music?
Good question. So, with family life is morning until 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, it's now working time. So that's how I manage my day. So I use my day to do whatever it is I need to do where my children and home is concerned. And then when it gets to 5 o'clock, because I go studio every day, there's not one day I don't go studio. So once it gets to 5 o'clock, the kids are now settled. I have everything sorted out. They've had their dinner. Now it's off to work.
Oh, okay.
Studio.
How would you describe your personality?
My personality? A bit crazy.
I don't see no crazy. Let's come through this door.
Not crazy in the sense of crazy. I mean fun crazy. Like,
okay.
I like to have a laugh, play about.
Okay. Where do you see Tinabee in the next 3 years?
Tinabee? On the stage collecting a Grammy.
Oh! I love your confidence.
I mean, you gotta dream big. You gotta set yourself goals and target. If you don't, what happens then?
Okay. Okay, Tina. The place is opening up now.
Yes.
Right? And you know, so there's more freedom of movements and more studio time, more order, more promotion. And how do you do your promotion?
So my promotion is done from my team. So I have a team here. Some are based here and some based in Jamaica. So how it works is, especially like my dad and that, most of the time we do promotion during the night, because then it balances out with the timing in Jamaica and America, because obviously we're like 6 hours ahead of them. So it balances well. So at that time during the night, so we will start promoting on social media. And then, yeah, that's how we do it. But then the team does it, so it's not just me alone. The good thing is that because I have a team, it makes it work where there's quite a few of us are spreading the word, so it works out.
Okay, Tina, we'll go for a break, and then we come back.
Yes.
We're gonna put the mic in your hand.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sing your life away. Okay?
Yes.
So we're gonna hear the vocals. So drink some water, get the vocal ready, and we'll be okay.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, Mr. Director, we go for a final break.
My name is Neela, and this is my hair story. So in my early 20s, my kidneys started to fail, and it was miserable and horrible and really sad times. But part of that, and what made it worse, was that my hair started to fall out too. So I actually have an autoimmune disease called Ige Nephropathy, and part of that is my own immune system is attacking itself. And one of the best ways to treat that initially is through chemotherapy. So I went through a few rounds of that, and part of chemotherapy is, of course, all of that radiation, and all of your hair is just falling out in clumps, like completely bald. And it took a long time to come to terms with that. After chemotherapy came lots and lots of drugs, and part of those drugs is some blood thinning drugs that make you losing more hair, wearing a bobble hat, just to try and hide it, or I'd use anything I could to try and cover up and mask. I met Sasha Navy 9 years ago. They introduced me to the hair interlace system, which is the second best thing to your real hair. It's interlaced with my real hair, so it just sits on top, and it makes me feel great because nobody can tell that it's not my real hair.
them it all. No, me see them fraud. No, me can't drop me guard. No, me can't promise you that. We used to play marble, play dandy shandy, and we no argue. And we are come from far too. And if you're this to me, cause me a warrior. But family could be worse than your enemy. Nah, 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 nah. Can't even trust friend, them we kill your queen. Nah, 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 nah. But not in for your strength. I got my call when me need little help. And me believe in myself. Me can't postpone my happiness. I'm in love with my life. Tell my problems goodbye. I'm in love with myself. They don't know the pain we felt. Me stepping at the town, I mean now we are no frown. My happiness can't postpone. My happy, I'm feeling happy. I wake up, my face wash two pierce up. Yeah, kiss my cute kids, them not too big. My happy, I'm feeling happy. Every day me have to stand strong. Cause when the battlefield, you know me are the strong one. Me no do the talking, a straight action. Them try to get me up, me have to thank God. Me thank him. Stand strong. Cause when the battlefield, you know me are the strong one. Me no do the talking, a straight action. Them try to get me up, me have to thank God. Me thank him. Me used to play marble.
Boy, Tina. I'm just sitting down there, boy, and I'm just listening to the song, boy.
Thank you.
Real.
It's definitely real.
Girl, you're gonna make it.
I know.
You're gonna make it.
Bossing is a must. It's a must. It's a must.
Determination.
Yep.
Just keep driving to the top.
Yep.
And just don't say nothing can stop you.
For sure.
Don't, not even bad mind.
Not even bad mind.
Tina, again,
Yes.
it was nice seeing you in the
Thank you
studio.
so much.
And you know, our studio is your studio.
Definitely.
So, whenever time the video come out,
Yep.
just let me know and just pop back in the studio.
Sure.
Do a longer interview this
Sure.
next time.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
Alright, respect.
Bye.